Assalamualaikum, my name is Faris.
My name is Muhammad Haris.
Hi, Assalamualaikum, my name is Numan Said.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Afizli.
Oh, my name is Hazi.
The topics for our video presentation today is about the liberalism among the students in the IUM. Okay, briefly explanation about liberalism is that liberalism is a political philosophy or worldview founded on ideas of liberty and equality. Liberals espouse a wide array of views depending on their understandings of these principles. But generally, they support ideas and programs such as freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religions, free market, civil rights, democratic societies, secular governments, gender equality, and international cooperation. Okay, for additional information is that liberalism in Islam is to view is about to separate the ideology of liberal thinking from the divine aspects. So this for our topic for video today. Okay, ciao.
The issues of our topic: can we be liberal and adhere the Islamic teaching at the same time, or the youths in this society are too liberal? That's it.
We are going to ask some pedestrians questions on liberalism, what they think about it, what's their point of view, and mainly, do they think they can be liberal and adhere to Islamic teachings at the same time?
Assalamualaikum. So from an outside point of view or perspective of liberalism, I can say that it's one of the most important political idea in the 21st century. And we have many Muslims nowadays that label themselves as liberals. So I think personally, there are many levels of liberalism, and that means that there are many levels. Maybe they're more extreme, maybe they're more Islamic, but then at the same time, I think Muslims can be in a liberal in at a certain level. For example, he can support freedom of speech or freedom of religion, for example, and I think there's no problem with that. Thank you.
Personally, I believe in freedom of. Personally, I think freedom of doing anything is an important way of growing up and developing as a harmonious society. I think it's very essential in a sense that it will become more peaceful in the future, and it's very important. So, to me, I think that freedom of speech, freedom of gender equality, freedom of press, and everything else is very important because it allows us some space to think and to practice our religion and what we believe in. For me, freedom of religion means that you can practice whatever religion you want. So I think that's I believe in that, because for me as a Muslim, I can practice Islam wherever I want, and I think it's important. And these days you can't really practice Islam, especially in very, very extreme countries such as the US, because then they would think you are a terrorist or whatever. It comes with these stereotypes. So one of the opposites of liberalism is the growth of stereotypes and bad generalizations. So yeah, that's why I think it's very important. So I guess if you define it that way, then yeah, you can become a liberal Muslim, but not in the sense that you are astray from what you believe in. So that's all.
Assalamualaikum. This is my reflection on liberalism. In my opinion, many people still not understand the meaning of liberalism. The issue of liberalism is very important to me so that we know what are the effects of liberalism towards our society. So to learn about this, we should have proper knowledge and willingness to seek knowledge. Based on what I have studied about knowledge, seeking proper knowledge is an obligation for Muslims. Therefore, with proper and necessary knowledge that we have will make us understand better about liberalism. We now can make the right argument when talking about liberalism and always follow the right.
I think it's incredibly valid to be both a liberal and a practicing Muslim. The qualities of being a liberal person are also the qualities of being a Muslim in terms of being open-minded, ready to explore any kind of knowledge and hear other people's opinions on matters. That being said, I also believe a line needs to be drawn when it comes to transgressing the rules and laws of Islam, such as secular beliefs, practicing an already clear haram action, etc. Those should never be done. All in all, being a good Muslim comes first no matter what.
As I'm an economics student, basically liberalism say about the free market economy, and while social liberalism generally a favor of social safety net, increase the taxation and the more government involvement to increase the economy. That is something is called the welfare state of the economy. This is the main effect for the liberalism for economic sector.
And after conducting the interviews with the students that were involved in this making video, the reflection that I find in these assignments in this theory is that liberalism actually a concept that very foreign to the Islamic perspective itself. But however, there are some certain specific values that we can actually involved in the Islamic perspective, such as the previous interviewer says, like Brother Hilal said, that there are some the freedom of speech, tolerance, respect among others that actually are practical and has been implemented in the Islamic view. However, the ideologies, the ism itself actually are not the same, are not aligned. But the message and the values that actually happens in the liberal actually can be practiced in the sense of, in a way of images generally. So, but to adapt the liberalism view towards the faith in Islamic ethics actually we cannot afford that things to happen. So far, that's for my reflection part for this assignment. Okay, so from my perspective, I think that liberalism is not good because liberalism is just like the open-minded. We as a Muslim must, you can say that we must refer to our main source, which is Al-Quran and Al-Sunnah. So I think that is not good for us.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I have forget to say my name at the beginning of this video. So my name is Amir bin Muhammad, and after recording this video I have learned the general meaning of what is liberalism. So basically it means absolute freedom and gender equality. So some people will say that's good, and some of them will say it's bad. But actually it depends of how they define it, because liberalism term have many principles. So that's all from our video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you soon. Assalamu alaikum.